Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and got some breaking news for you right now. It looks like the Jeep Cherokee is dead. Looks like they're going to close the plant where it's being built. There'll be some new EVs being built in Mexico. They're going to replace that production happening at the Belvedere, Illinois plant, which is about an hour west of Chicago. So let's get to the news. We got an email from a viewer. Thank you for sending an email. I hopped online real fast, did some research, and well, it's true. So Stellantis, which is the parent company now of Jeep and used to be Fiat Chrysler or whatever, it's going to indefinitely idle Illinois plant cites EV cost. And so in this story, what we found is that the automaker employs about 1,350 workers at Belvedere, Illinois plant, is going to lay them all off, halt operations, and they're citing the rising cost of electrical vehicle production as a reason why they need to make these changes. That's an interesting statement. Stellantis said the industry has been adversely affected by a multitude of factors, including COVID and including global microchip, and creating an impactful challenge to increasing costs related to the electrification of the automotive market. So it had said it invested over $30 billion through 2025 electrifying its vehicle lineup. That's 2025. It's getting late in the day here in Nebraska. It also said it expects EVs to make up about 100% of its sales in Europe and 50% of its sales in the United States by 2030. So the White House did not immediately comment on the story. They've repeatedly said EVs will boost U.S. auto employment. However, Tim Ferguson, shop chairman for United Auto Workers Union Local 1268, who represents the Illinois plant hourly workers, said in an interview that the company documents show a Cherokee production being moved to the company's Toluca, I think is what I'm saying, right? Mexico plant. So he says it's a pretty tough pill to swallow. They're going to ship your vehicle to Mexico. Yeah, according to the latest agreement with the NAFTA or whatever you call it these days, I mean, they can produce stuff in Mexico for cheaper hourly rate, and that's what they're going to do. So Stellantis spokesman Jody Tinson said we had no comment on the future of the Cherokee, but if they're going to kill that vehicle, it makes sense. They're going to pull money away. So Sam Fiorani, who's the head of Auto Forecast Solutions, says they can pull money away from slow-selling pure ICE vehicles like Jeep Cherokee, and they're going to point the replacement of the Cherokee in the new electrified platform produced in Mexico. So they could have gone the 4xe route like they did with the Wrangler on this, but I'm guessing that the return on investment as far as the range that we gotten plus the increased price of doing the 4xe setup, where it's basically it's a plug-in hybrid, so you have electrified power, the battery electrified power plus the engine. I imagine the pricing was just too much. They're going to do a pure EV version of a small SUV that currently looks like it's being built in Mexico. I'm going to say Mexico again because that's some bull, a really big bull. If you don't remember the Grand Cherokee or the Cherokee, you should. The Trailhawk was pretty cool. I thought the design was pretty neat. They had done that first type of grill, got a lot of complaints when it first came out, and now I think it looks pretty good. I thought they had a really good vehicle. I took it snow goose hunting one time, and had a bunch of snow geese decoys in the back, and it's a fine. It's a to me, it's a right size little vehicle. It's really a compact SUV, and it seems like it's perfect for the marketplace, but apparently not. This one's only powered by the small displacement engines, the 2-liter turbo, what do they call it, Turbo Shark or Tiger Shark. So they didn't really have a whole lot of offerings in this, and they had no hybrid version or no plug-in hybrid version, and so they're killing this. Now, another reason they're kill this, you look at the sales. This is the Q3 sales. The Cherokee so far this year is down about 1% in Q3. Overall, it's down about 61% year to date. So they're losing sales big time. And this is really the reason. Look at the Jeep Cherokee US sales by year. They had a high point going back to 2018 of 239,000 vehicles. I think that's when it came out, about 2018. 2019, 191,000. As you go down the years, it's not looking pretty. They keep losing sales, which is indicative of getting rid of a model if it's slow selling. I get that. However, the idea here that you're going to go ahead and close that entire factory, lay off all the employees, have no plans on coming back. And here's what happens. I was born in Janesville, Wisconsin. I was born when the plant was still in operation. Automakers don't always come back. They did in Canada. There was some stories here and there they've done, but automakers don't really always come back. And so when that plant closes, it may close for good. That vehicle goes away, and those U.S. jobs we're supposed to get, they're all going to be in Mexico. So Wow, that's that's a tough. That's I agree with the UAW guy. That's a tough pill to swallow. That you've been building this vehicle for years. You have a lot of pride in the workforce, a lot of pride in your vehicle, and then all of a sudden it goes away with no replacement. Besides saying, "Oh yeah, our documents show it's going to be built in Mexico instead." And because it's EV, and we know why it's going to be built in Mexico, it's an EV. EVs are more expensive to build, and so if they can cut payroll because they can pay the Mexican worker less than the U.S. worker, then they're going to create more profit margin there and be able to make more money off EVs you're selling. From a businessman standpoint, I get it. It makes sense. You always want to have lower payroll. You always want to have cost or lower costs. You want to have more profit. I get that, but as an American, it sucks. It really does suck. I feel bad for the people in Belvedere. They had gone through earlier this year. I saw some news stories. They had gone. Show my phone. I saw some news stories. They'd gone through layoffs, through retirements. I mean, the writing was on the wall apparently, and yeah, not good news. So what do you guys think? Put comments down below. I'm guessing I know what you guys are going to say. Check the website, pickuptrucktalk.com. Other videos over here. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.